What up, everybody? It's your boy Ash, guys. I am back coming to you guys today with a One Piece theory video. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about Hawkins' prediction of a certain man having a 1% survival chance the rest of the Wano Kuni arc, guys. So in chapter 990, Hawkins told Drake in the middle of their conversation that certain man has a 1% chance of surviving until the end of the day or until tomorrow. So in this video, I wanted to talk about the 4 possible options that I think he could be talking about, Hawkins talking about. So I'll go in order of least likely to most likely, guys. So number 4, who do I think Hawkins was talking about? I think number 4 would be Law. So obviously Law and Hawkins have some kind of relationship going on. Law had his conversation with Hawkins after Law escaped. When he jumped Hawkins, cut him in half, and it looked like he put the finishing blow on Hawkins. We see that that wasn't the case, that Hawkins is okay, he's fine, he's just healing up. But obviously there's some kind of relationship there. There's some kind of conversation that happened, and Law was curious of like how Law escaped, and we found out in chapter 990 that it was Drake that let Law escape. So Hawkins is not a fool. He thinks deeply, and he may see Law as a big threat. So it'd make sense for him to do his tarot card reading on Law to see what he's doing. Obviously, we haven't seen Law in a little bit here, so we're not sure what Law's plan is or what he's trying to do. Is he left, or he's going right after Kaido? He's going right to the top. So we're not sure what Law is, what his plan is, what he wants to do. But I'm interested to see what Law's role is going to be the rest of this arc here. A lot of people have predicted that Law will die in this arc, that he's going to use his immortality, whatever it is, on Luffy or on Kaido to take his immortality away. And obviously when he does that, it takes his own life. So a lot of conversations about Law during Wano Kuni, if he's going to survive, if he's going to die. I think Law is going to survive. I think Law has a lot to do with the rest of the story, and I think he's going to have a pivotal role in the final arc, that final war as one. If he does have his time to die, and maybe to give his life for Luffy's at the end of the series. So that's the least likely, but it could be possible that Law, there's been death flags around Law for a long time, ever since Dressrosa. So maybe the 1% was about Law. So that's number 4. That's probably the least likely option. I think it'd be Law. Next up is going to be Drake himself. So in the conversation with Drake, Hawkins is the one who says the certain man. So he may have not saying it's Drake, just so Drake wouldn't freak out a little bit here, especially if Hawkins kind of knew that Queen and Who's Who were going to be on the way to kind of beat up Drake if Drake was a traitor. And if Hawkins suspected Drake of releasing Law, he didn't want to tip him off before the Toby Ropo and before the Calamities could catch Drake and do with him whatever they wanted to do. So he just says a certain man, and Drake in a funny response like, ooh, that sucks, wouldn't want to be that guy. So it'd be funny if that turned out to be Drake. And obviously Drake is now alone. He has asked Luffy for help, but he's an army of one, title of last chapter, guys, here. So he doesn't have the support of the Navy anymore. He doesn't have the support, well, he does, but they're just not there. He doesn't have the support of the Toby Ropo or the Calamities or any of the Beast Pirates here. They found him as a traitor. He let Law escape, so they're trying to kill him now. And he has none of his crew with him as far as we know. So he's an army of one, he's by himself, and he's asking Luffy for help. And there have been so many videos and so many death flags raised for Drake now. So he's obviously a deep undercover for SWORD, the secret intel organization for the world government and for the Marines. But a lot of the Marines don't even know they exist. A lot of people think Garp, Sengoku, and Aokiji are the ones in charge of SWORD, one of those 3. So we'll see who the actual captain of SWORD is, or the leader of SWORD is here. We know Drake is a captain of SWORD. I don't think he's the highest in command. He's probably one of the leaders, or one of just a captain material. So Drake for sure, I think, possibly could die in this arc here. He may try to get the finishing blow on Kaido. Kaido deals him a deathly blow. He doesn't die right away, and then Luffy steps in to kind of save him and do what he has to do against Kaido. So Drake could do a little bit in that effect, but I don't think Drake is going to be the one to do anything significant to put Kaido down. So I think in that way, Drake possibly could die, and obviously he's working alone. He's got the support of the Straw Hats, or will eventually if Straw Hat doesn't find out that he's the one who destroyed Tama's village, but I think Luffy will be just fine. I think the Alliance is going to accept Drake very humbly and very nicely. So I think that'll work out just fine. But obviously Drake has a lot of people gunning for him, especially if Who's Queen are going after him. There are a lot of people trying to kill Drake right now. And if the Marines show up, they may be even angrier. So we'll see what happens to Drake, but he's a likely target for them as well. And he definitely has death flags about him. I mean, he's been undercover for so long. He's not going to leave this island without doing what he came here for. I mean, he's probably done some terrible things. Obviously, he destroyed an entire village, and he's probably done some other terrible things. So he didn't do all that just to fail this mission and leave. He's going to do everything he can to kill Kaido or put Kaido in a position to be killed. So we'll see what happens to Drake here. He may put himself in a very bad situation just to get Kaido in position to be killed. So we'll see what happens to Drake. But that's my number 3 choice. Number 2 is going to be Kaido himself. So Kaido, obviously the main antagonist of this story. He's the main villain. He's the biggest threat to everyone on Onigashima, guys. So obviously that 1% survival chance could be on Kaido. And obviously we think Kaido's going to be defeated at the end of this arc. It's very likely that he would be, that Luffy's going to be the one to beat him at the end. But Kaido obviously has a lot going against him now here. The Beast Pirates are very broken up here. Obviously, they're scattered. Half of them are drunk. He's on top of Onigashima with an entire Mink clan after him right now. Obviously, Kaido is a huge threat. He could probably wipe out most, if not all, the people on the island by himself. So he is very capable. He's super strong. We all understand that Kaido is a gangster. He's a boss. No one's going to take him easily out. They've been trying for years. They try to cut his head off, stab him with spears that just break and shatter. So obviously Kaido is very durable, and it's going to be hard to take him out in this arc. But for the 1% survival chance, Hawkins may be seeing this as a chance to switch sides. A lot of people have thought that Hawkins would switch to the Alliance side and get all the supernovas together. This may be the reason why he does it. If he sees at the end of the day that Luffy overall has a 99% and the Alliance has a 99% chance of prevailing in this arc here, that may be plenty for Hawkins to switch sides. Obviously, he follows his tarot cards here. He's a very middle of the ground guy. Either he's going to do one thing or he's going to do the other, but he's going to let his cards tell him what to do, and he's not going to make rash choices. So he could have been doing a tarot card reading for that. Now, do I think it's likely that Kaido has only a 1% chance of surviving until tomorrow? I don't know. I feel like my number 1 choice, which I think most of you will get, is probably on that side instead. So I think it's going to be flip-flop with my number 1 choice. But it could be very possible, and it could be the very reason that Hawkins switched sides. And at the end of the day, he says, my tarot cards were right. I knew all along Luffy would prevail in this fight because of his will of D, his determination, his strength, his prowess. And this may elevate Luffy into Yonko status. So that could be one of the choices. Kaido could fall, which we all believe he will fall in this arc, and overall confidence in Luffy will go up. So that's number 2. Number 1, obviously, is going to be Luffy, guys. Luffy's 1%, I mean, he's come around some crazy odds before, especially against like Enel and Crocodile and all these guys. Marineford, getting to ace at Marineford, they probably had like a 1% chance of successful rate, and he did it. So he's the main character. He's got some plot armor. That happens. He's the main character. I'm fine with it. I'm not a huge guy on being upset about plot armor, especially with the main character. It's a shonen manga. I know what I'm reading. Just kind of accept the fact and move on with it and enjoy the story, guys, here. So I've heard a lot of people going back and forth between that. Oh, he's got a 1%. What a trope. It's whatever. It's building suspense. It's fun. Yeah, it's a little cliche, but who cares? It's a good way, and obviously it's gotten people talking. It's getting everyone excited. So yes, I think Luffy's going to be the one with a 1% survival chance until tomorrow. He's got the biggest task in front of him. He's got to not only defeat Kaido, but he's got to push the Alliance to win this entire battle against an entire Beast Army, an entire Big Mom crew that may betray Kaido and them at the end of the story. Who knows? But he's got Big Mom, Kaido, their entire crews, mainly their entire crews in front of him, with only his crew and a handful of rebellious samurai guys. So obviously their chances of winning are low enough as it is, and for him to survive this entire battle to fight 2 Yonko, yeah, I can see that being 1%, and that's very likely. And Hawkins may see this and see like, okay, you have a 1% chance of surviving. Let's see what you do at this point. So he may stay middle of the ground. He may kind of see who's got the momentum towards the end of the fight, and he may take his chance then to either switch sides or just leave the island. So we'll see what Hawkins does at the end of this year. I think he's going to eventually join the Alliance, the Supernovas. We're all going to come together to fight in Marineford at the very end. So that's what I think. I think obviously a couple of the Supernovas will eventually die. They kind of have to kind of build suspense in the story, but that's my prediction. I think Luffy's got a 1% chance of surviving until tomorrow, guys. Obviously, he's got some big fights. He's on his way up to Kaido right now, him and Zoro, I believe. So we'll see how that goes. I believe this fight is about to get so insane. I cannot wait for chapter 991, guys, and hopefully we get to chapter 1000 this year. We're going to be super close. It may happen. I wouldn't even be upset if we started 2021 with chapter 1000. 2020 has sucked. So it'd be great to start a new year with something awesome and get on a good path. So I'm totally fine either way. If we end the year on a high note, or if we start next year on a high note, either way, I'm good. I cannot wait. I enjoy the story. I love it. I know plenty of people out there are absolutely in love with this story. Oda's done an amazing job. And again, he's gave us another thing to talk about. Who's got a chance to survive 1% until tomorrow, guys? So comment below. Who do you guys think has the 1% chance of surviving? And who has major death flags above them? And if there's going to be a character that dies other than Kaido in the story, who's it going to be? Comment below with your thoughts, guys. I'll be back again with more One Piece content. We're on break this weekend, so I may make another One Piece video or just come out with some kind of video, One Piece related or other, this weekend as well. So guys, look forward to that. I'll be back again soon. Peace. Have a fantastic day.